The forbidden truth according to King James. And that is, remember friends, the following, according with one K and not two C's. Or in other words, you could say like this, not two C's, but instead one K, like this, Akording. And make sure you ask for the forbidden truth according to King James by name and according to the correct spelling, like this, Akording. And also, don't forget the... Can we do that again, please? Because I think some of that got lost there from here on over onto the side where you're sitting. Yes, thank you. Go ahead. Great, thanks. Can you give me a countdown? Sure. Starting from 3, 2, 1. And I'm going to go ahead and hashtag that. Sure, go right on ahead. Okay, but can you count me down again, please? Yeah, can you count me down first, starting from 5? Sure, let me know when you're ready. Okay, go ahead. All right, here goes. 5, 4, 3, and 2, then 1. Okay, here comes your countdown now. Starting from 3. Okay, I'm ready. Okay, here goes. 3, 2, 1. Is that my cue to start again? Yes, go. The forbidden truth according to King James. And that's according with a 1 K and not 2 C's. And you can hashtag that like this. Hashtag the forbidden truth according to King James. And don't forget, friends, that's according not with 2 C's but with 1 K, like this. Akording. And now, our sponsor for this evening's show, of course, in part, this is a Christian book, and we'll hashtag that as this. Hashtag, this is a Christian book. Definitions, meanings, implications of things. Now, proceeding with the forbidden truth according to King James. And we're reading this evening from, and actually featuring, the following. This book, The Forbidden Truth, according to King James. This book is designed to be an introduction to the King James language. This book can be used to familiarize yourself with the 66 books which are contained in the King James Bible. It is to be read as a story or can be used as a study guide. And now, the forbidden truth according to King James. And this evening we are featuring the forbidden truth according to King James and this book, the book of Amos, Amos. And we're going to flip on over here to chapter 3, and that'll be on page 194. First column on the left. Again, chapter number 3, book of Amos. According to the forbidden truth, according to King James. Proceeding. Now, hear this word that the Lord hath spoken against you, O children of Israel. You only have I known, therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities. Can two walk together except they be agreed? Will a lion roar when he hath no prey? Can a bird fall in a snare upon the earth where no gin is for him? Shall a trumpet be blown, and the people not be afraid? Surely the Lord revealeth his secrets unto his servants the prophets. The Lord hath spoken, who can but prophesy? Publish in the palaces and say, assemble yourselves, and behold the great tumults and the oppressed in the midst thereof. For they know not to do right, saith the Lord. Therefore an adversary shall bring down thy strength, and thy palaces shall be spoiled. As the shepherd taketh out of the mouth of the lion 2 legs, or a piece of an ear, so shall Israel be taken out that dwell in Samaria and in Damascus. I shall visit the transgressions of Israel, and I will smite the winter house with the summer house, and the houses of ivory shall perish, and the great houses shall have an end, saith the Lord. And that was the book of Amos, chapter number 3, according to the forbidden truth, according to King James. And repeating again, friends, the forbidden truth according to King James is sponsored this evening in part by the following book. Hashtag this is a Christian book. And the book that we are sponsored by is defined as, or in other words, explained by this. Definitions, meanings, implications of things. And that is, again, friends, this. Hashtag this is a Christian book. And then you can explain that like this. Again, definitions, meanings, implications of things.
You heard what I said. You can lie about it if you want to, or you can just tell the truth. You heard what I said.
And this has been the forbidden truth according to King James. And don't forget, friends, that is according not with the 2 C's, but rather 1 K. Or you could say it like this, 1 K and not 2 C's. And you could spell that like this, AKORDING. And as a hashtag, the entire unit, that is like this, hashtag the forbidden truth according to King James.
Let's get back to this, how you hate church people. You are
edited by Fred. You serious?
Forbidden truth
With a prayer.
whiz, okay.
But what we're telling people is that they can get this book to read it if they want to every creature. And we're going ahead and reading out of our book. It's called The Forbidden Truth.
Let's get back to this, how you hate church people.
Well, here's a good one. Somebody asked me the other day, hey, did you know that Jesus was mentally ill? Also, I do not employ the N-word, that is to say, don't use it in my act. So if anybody asks, the answer is yes. Okay, let's go ahead and do a checklist. Mentally ill. Not mentally ill. Opposite of not mentally ill. Not the opposite of not mentally ill.
According to
opposite of not, the opposite of not mentally ill.
Back on saying.
You are either mentally ill or you are not mentally ill, or the opposite of either of those, or at least one of them at a time, or both. Then we've got to look at, or the manner of governing the parameters of what is defined as not mentally ill. And this will, of course, help us to understand what is mentally ill, because we'll know the opposite of that. Or in other words, what that is not. Such as if you're the opposite of not mentally ill. For instance, if you believe all of this stuff about Jesus, then society says you're the opposite of not mentally ill. Is this starting to make sense? And this is because society defines mentally ill as the opposite of not mentally ill. And the opposite of not mentally ill is, we're going to say this now, believing in a Jesus. That is that story about Jesus from the New Testament. So society says that if you believe in that, then you are the opposite of not mentally ill. Or in other words, that means you are mentally ill. If you are a Christian, and that is the definition of a Christian, according to a society, that Christians make as they live and act as Christians. If they're doing it the right way, that is, according to the New Testament. And this all comes again from the Bible. And that is the reason why Christians are actors. And the good ones are the most mentally ill actors. Or at least the more a person acts like Jesus, the more a Christian that person is, the more mentally ill they are. By the standards of, and according to the definition of, the opposite of not mentally ill, that is laid out by and normalized by society, that is to say, the repeated behavior of the members of society. Or, in other words, that is to say, according to the behavior of the members of society. And that is this behavior, the behavior of the members of society, that is repeated over and over and over again. And did you also know that society really doesn't care if you're not mentally ill or if you're the opposite of mentally ill, as long as you act like you're not the opposite of not mentally ill? As long as you act like the opposite of what society defines as the opposite of not mentally ill, then you're fine. You can pretty much do whatever you want. But if you act like the opposite of what society defines as not mentally ill, well, then you're going to have some problems. So it's one thing to be mentally ill or not mentally ill, or the opposite of not mentally ill, and it's another thing altogether to act like the opposite of not mentally ill. But listen carefully. To be a Christian, that is to say this, to be of, from, and or to be belonging to Christ. You have to be the opposite of, not the opposite of, not mentally ill. So does this sound like mentally ill, or the opposite of mentally ill, or not mentally ill, or the opposite of not mentally ill? Think about it. And we are again repeating the following information, that this evening's program has been sponsored in part by the following book, the following Christian book. This is a Christian book, and you can hashtag that in the following manner.
Stop acting like a complete total. Watch out what you say to me and what you call me.
Hashtag, and then this, THISISCHRISTIAN And that spells hashtag this is a Christian book. And we're looking forward to the next episode of The Forbidden Truth, according to a king, a team of America.
Again. Okay, whatever, man. Just do it. And Jesus purchased freedom of everything, the universe, everything reconciled, everything affected, everything brought into perfect alignment and perfect harmony. And then now you have not only perfect alignment and perfect harmony.
The Forbidden Truth, according to King James. And today's topic will be coming from the book of John, from this, the Thompson Chain Reference Bible, containing Thompson's original and complete system of Bible study, including a complete numerical system of chain references, analyses of books, outline studies of characters, and unique charts, to which has been added a new and valuable series of pictorial maps, archaeological discoveries, together with many other features. Self-pronouncing text, chain reference, registered trademark, compiled and edited by Frank Charles Thompson, D.D., Ph.D. Archaeology by G. Frederick Owen, D.D., E.D.D. B.B. Kirkbride Bible Company, Inc., Indianapolis, Indiana, USA. Copyright 1988 by the B.B. Kirkbride Bible Company, Inc. No reproduction of the material in this Bible may be made by photocopying, mechanical means, or in any other form without prior written permission of the publisher. Previous editions. Copyright 1908, 1917, 1929, 1934, 1957, 1964, 1982. All rights reserved. Printed in the United States of America. And we'll be reading out of this book tonight, friends. Book of John, chapter 8, verse number 1. Jesus went unto the Mount of Olives, and early in the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came unto him, and he sat down and taught them. And the scribes and the Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery. And when they had set her in the midst, they said unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery, in the very act. Now Moses in the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou? This they said, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him. But Jesus stooped down, and with his finger wrote on the ground, as though he heard them not. So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself, and said unto them, He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her. And again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the last. And Jesus was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. When Jesus had lifted up himself, and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, where are those thine accusers? Hath no man condemned thee? She said, No man, Lord. And Jesus said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go, and sin no more. Then spake Jesus again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. The Pharisees therefore said unto him, Thou bearest record of thyself. Thy record is not true. Jesus answered and said unto them, Though I bear record of myself, yet my record is true. For I know whence I came, and whither I go. But ye cannot tell whence I come, and whither I go. Ye judge after the flesh. I judge no man. And yet if I judge, my judgment is true. For I am not alone, but I and the Father that sent me. It is also written in your law that the testimony of two men is true. I am one that bear witness of myself, and the Father that sent me beareth witness of me. Then they said unto him, Where is thy Father? Jesus answered, Ye neither know me nor my Father. If ye had known me, ye should have known my Father also. These words spake Jesus in the treasury, as he taught in the temple, and no man laid hands on him, for his hour was not yet come. And that's John, chapter number 8. That'll be verse number 1 through verse number 20. And that'll be 20 verses altogether from the book of John. And that is the King James Version, according to the Thompson Chain Reference. That's the 5th approved edition. And that's a copyright 1988. And so now...
suicide. People are designed, each individual person is designed, the process of evolution, want to be on top of the food chain. But the other way that a person is designed is that they have a sense of, or the ability, the potential to have the ability, to be aware of their own self, some opinion about, or have an awareness of an opinion about, or a meaning that they will, their minds, ascribe to, because they're designed by nature through the process of evolution. It's normal. Like, you just have an opinion, they would say. They would say, well, I just have an opinion about this person. What they really mean is, I feel about that person in one way because of X, whatever that is. It could be their skin color, it could be that their gender in one way or another thing. They're from one side of the border or that side of the border. It could be because they don't have the same kind of shoes on that you have on or whatever. Mind and their own minds in the process of, and that they are part of the process of creating that, not only definition or meaning of that thing that has been encountered in that space, but also that very space. Because all of that space takes place in the mind. No matter where a person is physically, there's always the space in the mind. Good way to have an awareness of who they are, a person. The process. Most designed with like Jesus. And, of course, that's not considered normal by the standards of being normal in the world. But in terms of, is this the normal way a Christian behaves? Yes.
We are looking today at the forbidden truth according to King James. According to... Can we please say that again? Sure, go ahead. Okay, here goes. The Thompson Chain Reference Bible, 5th Improved Edition. Can I get a different background on that, please? Sure. How's that? Slightly better, but let's try again.
Sure, okay.
How about that one? No, let's get another one. You like that one? Yeah, let's go ahead and keep that. Okay, count it down from 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, and we are today looking at the forbidden truth according to King James. That is to say, according to the Thompson Chain Reference Bible, 5th Improved Edition, containing original and complete system of Bible study, including... Can we start that again?
Yeah, go ahead.
3, 2, 1. Okay, go. Fine. Containing Thompson's original and complete system of Bible study, including a complete numerical system of chain references, analyses of books, outline studies of caricatures, and unique charts, to which has been added a new and valuable series of pictorial maps, archaeological discoveries, together with many other features. Compiled and edited by Frank Charles Thompson, D.D., Ph.D. Archaeology by G. Frederick Owen, D.D., E.D.D. B.B. Kirkbride Bible Company, Inc., Indianapolis, Indiana, USA. Copyright 1988. And again, this is the King James Version, according to the Thompson Chain Reference Bible, 5th Improved Edition. Are you having trouble over there? Do you want to start over? No, I'm not having any trouble over here. Are you having trouble over there? What? Can you change the background on that? I think we're getting some interference on this side. Yeah, how's that one? No, I'm not feeling that one. Let's get a new one. Yeah, we're gonna need another one. Can we just get back to the King James Version, please? Yeah, fine. Just get the book. Pick the book up then. Pick it up. We are reading today from the book of Ephesians, chapter number 4. Proceeding now. I, therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love, endeavoring to keep the unity of the Spirit in the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is above all, and through all, and in you all. But unto every one of us is given grace according to the measure of the gift of Christ. Wherefore he saith, when he ascended up on high, he led captivity captive, and gave gifts unto men. Now that he ascended, what is it but that he also descended first into the lower parts of the earth? He that descended is the same also that ascended up far above all heavens, that he might fill all things. And he gave some apostles, and some prophets, and some evangelists, and some pastors and teachers, for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Christ, till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of God, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Christ, that we henceforth be no more children, tossed to and fro, and carried about with every wind of doctrine, by the sleight of men, and cunning craftiness, whereby they lie in wait to deceive, but speaking the truth in love, may grow up into him in all things, which is the head, even Christ, from whom the whole body fitly joined together and compacted by that which every joint supplieth, according to the effectual working in the measure of every part, maketh increase of the body unto the edifying of itself in love. This I say therefore, and testify in the Lord, that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, in the vanity of their mind, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of God through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart, who, being past feeling, have given themselves over unto lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness with greediness. But ye have not so learned Christ, if so be that ye have heard him, and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Jesus, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to the deceitful lusts, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another. Be ye angry, and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath, neither give place to the devil. Let him that stole steal no more, but rather let him labor, working with his hands the thing which is good, that he may have to give to him that needeth. Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearers. And grieve not the Holy Spirit of God, whereby ye are sealed unto the day of redemption. Let all bitterness, and wrath, and anger, and clamor, and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. And be kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake hath forgiven you. And that was the forbidden truth, according to King James, according to the Thompson Chain Reference Bible, 5th Improved Edition. And just a quick reminder, friends, our sponsor for this evening's program is This Is a Christian Book, along with
of course, the forbidden truth according to King James. And don't forget that's according with one K and not two C's. Let's go and get a spelling on all of that. First, hashtag, this is a Christian book, followed by hashtag, the forbidden truth according to King James. And don't forget, friends, that's according with one K and not two C's. Like this, Akording, like this, according to King James. Aha! And you can add to that this, or this, that. And you can hashtag that if you want.